Happy Thumbs Gaming. Booyakashaw.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we've got another LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens video for you. This one happens to be Level 2, Escape from the Finalizer Story. We're gonna ring off a trophy achievement for completing the level called Classified. Me too. We're also going to reach for that true Jedi requirement of 120,000 studs, but as you can tell by the gold bricks noted on the right side there, we actually fall short and we only get one for completing the story. Now, we do get a couple of character and vehicle tokens for simply completing the level, and we do unlock some others that are going to be available to purchase in the hubs or from the character menu there. But hey, speaking of hubs, we have found ourselves on Jakku at night in the hub area of Jakku. And what we need to do is make our way down the right-hand side, following the stud trail all the way to this First Order terminal here. And we need to press the buttons indicated in order to match up to make it a stormtrooper. And all of a sudden we beep-a-wobble, beep-a-whoop, all of a sudden it works. And booyakashow, we've got this ship comes in for a landing, and it's waiting for us. So all we have to do is make our way in there and board the ship. And of course, grab that bluesy on the way through-zy. Of course, I got a stud issue. I gotta join Stud Anonymous. I can't resist. I got to collect them all. But once you're done grabbing all the studs in the area, go ahead and continue the story by walking into that soicle and pressing the button indicated, and off, and away we go. Now, normally I would let the audio be in the background here, but I actually uploaded a video of this already, and it turns out there is some copyrighted music in the background. So I think I found a way to get by it for now, at least. There's going to be no audio in the background until the 2-minute and 55-second mark. So I'm going to shut up because you're supposed to be reading this right now, and how are you going to read this and listen to me at the same time? So shh. All right, now that that's all gone by, and just so we're clear, I was shushing myself, not you. Of course, I was the one talking. So anyhow, we're getting to the end of this mark here as the notes fade out, and all of a sudden we're going to fade on in to a nice little, whoa, watch out, buddy.
It's in a droid, a BB unit.
Well then, if it's on Jakku, we'll soon have it.
I leave that to you.
Listen carefully. If you do exactly as I say, I can get you out of here. Can you fly a TIE fighter?
What?
This is a rescue. I'm helping you escape.
You with the Resistance?
What? No. I'm breaking you out. Can you fly a TIE
I
fighter?
can fly anything. Why? Why are you helping me?
Because it's the right thing to do.
You need a pilot.
I need a pilot.
All right, so a pilot needs a ship, and a person with a ship needs a pilot, so that works out. Now, as long as we don't cause too much of a ruckus, we can actually stay undercover here and not have to fight any of these bad guys. But before moving on, make sure you take advantage of this slippery area over here where, of course, the sign indicates slippery when wet, and obviously they are cleaning right now. So we're going to go ahead and make our way through the middle, kind of right area of the area. And, ooh, it just looks like there's a blue or a purple down there behind the stairwell. Anyhow, there are a couple of checkerboard pathways here, and we're going to need to push this giant cube all the way to the end, and then push it all the way to the other end. And once we get that there, it actually opens up a double-handled box. We're going to push this down the rest of the checkerboard path here, and it's going to flip down, and check it out. Look at that. It's a presto. It's a bridge. And all right, now we're across, we can do a butt slam or two. There's a couple of boxes that have some glowing bits inside of them, so we're going to go ahead and smash them down, grab all the studs around, and then, of course, we're going to build this up. So, oh, and look at this. It's a trampoline, so get your boing on. Oh, just kidding. It's actually just an elevator. Sorry to get your hopes up. My bad. But, all right, next goal, we're going to get all the way up to this upper level here. And over on the right, you can see a grapple hook up there gleaming, waiting for us to grab it. Now, yeah, here we go. We got to switch on over to, nope, Poe still got the handcuffs on, so we're going to have to actually aim and target. I had to press the square button for, shoot, and then move my reticle up there. So it was kind of weird. Instead of just hitting the circle button, I had to actually aim and target. So I'll do that again here, and look at that. Perfect, perfect. Spam, 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 spam. I like the little icons. They've kept it all the same, but they've changed kind of how things are done. And I'm really enjoying it. People keep asking me, how do you think, Brian? What do you think? Is it worth the money? Is it great? It's amazing. I'm a Star Wars fanboy. I really love me some Star Wars. So it doesn't take much to get me going when you mix Lego with Star Wars. But yes, so far I am very much enjoying it. And in fact, so much that I'm actually talking about how much I enjoy it instead of telling you what to do. But okay, we used the grapple to get across the bridge there. Once we got across the bridge, we smashed some boxes and rebuilt those pieces into what looks like an old alarm clock. And it went off and woke up our new robot buddy here. And we're going to make our way back over to where we originally started on this upper platform. Not all the way down below, but on this upper platform. And you can see that there is a droid access terminal there. So we'll go ahead and switch to R3PO and make our way all the way over to the old... Oh, yeah, we're going to get our hack on now. So this one was a little confusing for me because I have quick fingers. I matched the colors in the right order, but I went too fast. So let's try that again. And in our case, it was bottom, middle, top. So you can see us get it all knocked out there. And take your time, patience. Patience is always a good factor for the Lego game. So, all right, we got some floating robots that are going to pick up and take this thing. Actually, it's just spinning around. Looks like, it kind of looks like the car wash. Do-do-do-do-do. The robot car wash, yeah. They're not doing a very good job because it looks like they're charging it up. Uh-oh. It got pumped up, and it car ramrodded into the wall, destroying all sorts of stuff, and, getting the attention of the people up in the important area there. Because all the people down here are just, they're just little peons, let's be honest. These guys are just pew-pew peons. And the guys up above are, pretty important, the lieutenants and the whatnots. But, all right, we take out the pew-pew peons down below, and we got ourselves a multi-build. Now, we're going to start off by pushing it off to the right-hand side and building the ramp to get up there. And we're going to take not Finn, but old Poe. I think we're taking Poe. No, I was wrong. We are taking Finn, and we're going to, look at this. We're going to strafe out on this little balcony ledge here. And look at that. She sees me, and yeah, I jump up, and I grab the handheld. It's noted with a blue stud, so thank you very much. And we'll rip that whole handle down, and now we've revealed a little target. So not our standard bullseye, but it's definitely something that we are familiar with shooting, except for I can't quite target it. Now, I see a red brick in the back. We'll definitely be back for that in our free play videos. And I know I always say we avoid all of those until our free play videos, but we actually do get a red brick in a future story video. It's because it's the 2X red brick, and it's too easy not to get. And, we don't have enough studs to buy it at this point, but we own it. And when we get those million studs, we'll go ahead and purchase it. So, all right, multi-build. Remember we built that little elevator to get up on the right-hand side? You got to smash it down and rebuild it up into this giant shock panel shooter. I don't know what it is. It's like a giant electric gun laser beam, but with electricity. And, all right, so I guess it's basically like a lightning in a gun, huh? I was trying to come up with something, but a couple of guys come out of the bad guy area there. We're going to go ahead and smash them down and rebuild up our elevator platform to get up again one more time. And this time we actually can jump into this control room where all those important people we were talking about are. And guess what? Pew, pew, pew. Still... I got blasted myself there. I could have probably got by without being, embarrassed by that, but because I was hiding behind that pillar, you might not have even noticed. But I did get taken out there. I'm gonna grab my blue stud and pick up everything else around here. Now there is a mini kit if you shot all of the little droids, that little white droid that's floating around in the room. If you shot all those along the way, that is a mini kit. I think there's one more in the next area though, if I'm being honest. But we got to hack this panel in the back, the first order panel with Finn, or FN2187. I guess at this point he's still not actively being called Finn yet, at least not in this mode. So, yeah, all right. We have brought down a TIE fighter, and boy, this is fun here in a second. Once we hop into this bad boy and start wrecking shop, that's literally what we do. We wreck shop here. A couple of bad guys come in the back door. Giggity. And it's never a good thing. We're going to go ahead and remove them quickly and make our way back to that platform and venture out inside the little, you know, the area here. Oh, look at this. These guys are trying to be sneaky. And guess what? Spoiler alert! We have a blaster battle coming up. So this is the first-person cover system shooter stuff that we have enjoyed. I guess it's third person. It's not really first. It's kind of a mix here, but it's certainly more of a third, over-the-shoulder kind of a deal. Now, we've got this power stormtrooper out there that has this awesome cannon that he's blasting us with. And we just basically got to take the 5 stormtroopers out on the side, and then, of course, remove all the hearts from the heavy. And, yep, we're taking them out. And one thing we recommend is, if you're trying to get the gold, to get as many studs as possible, you definitely want to avoid dying in these situations. So if you want to focus on all... Oh, there goes that last little white robot, too. If you want to focus on either all of the other stormtroopers or the heavy, that's fine. But just note, when the heavy shoots, he has a couple of seconds to reload. And that's probably the best time to attack him. Now, there are a couple of explodey barrels floating around in here, so we took those out. And there's also a grapple point up ahead of us, but we're not quite there yet. In fact, there's one stormtrooper left, and he's a sneaky little guy. He's actually hiding over on the right-hand side, and I thought I'd have a good enough angle to get to him if I got all the way to the far left, but as it turns out, the best and only angle you can shoot him from is on the far right side. So we figured that out here in a second. Just bear with us as we take headshot, headshot, headshot. In the words of FPS Doug, boom, headshot. Now, I wish that would have counted. It should have counted, but it didn't. But we have snuck around to the side entrance here, and look at this. No mercy, buddy. Oh, wait, he did get away. What? Why'd we let him get away? Stormtroopers, no. They're bad. They was just shooting at us. We let him get away. What's up with that? What's up with that? Ooh-wee. All right, grapple hook. Remember I told you about that? It's up on the left-hand side here. Plenty of more stormtroopers. There is actually a force-fielded bad heavy. It's like a super heavy. I don't even know what we call him, but I'm sure Barry will be sending me a nasty private message telling me exactly what. Barry's a major Star Wars geek. That's right, Barry. I'm calling you out, putting you on blast as I'm blasting these stormtroopers. But I've used my grapple hook on the left-hand side and removed the force field power, and I was able to take out that bad guy inside the turret there. And yeah, now we have one last little area we have to advance to, but this one's a little bit more difficult. We actually have to use a scanner here in a second and scan both the left and right side of this giant turret to reveal the weak points. And yeah, we'll get to that here in a second. We do have to do some things first. Let's see, what do we have to do first? Oh, I think we have to shoot. Yeah, we have to shoot on the right-hand side. There is an explodey barrel we have to blow up. And on the left-hand side, I believe we get access to that after we shoot the explodey barrel. So, ready? Here we go. Booyakashow! Explodey barrel down. And there we got a scan point on the left and a scan point on the right. So, I guess take your pick wherever you are. Feel free to scan away. And I don't know if these are the, what do they call them? The quadranoculars or something like that. Again, Barry's totally going to read me in a message. My bad. I've been on a Star Wars extravaganza. Like, it's been Star Wars all night and all day. And hopefully it's turning out to be a nice little series. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. But I did scan on the left-hand side and revealed the old weak spot. And I used the old pew, pew, pew and took it down. Now we've got one cannon on the right, left. And, of course, we've got a scan point over on the far right side, too. So I'm going to go ahead and mosey on over to the right. All right, so pull out those quadnoculars. I'm not sure. Those might be specific to Han Solo, if I'm being honest. But either way, they function the exact same way. We have scanned and opened up the right-hand panel, revealing the weak spot. And now we're going to go ahead and blast away, which will remove that arm from the turret. And if you've got them both off, it's a big bada boom. Look at that. And we can go ahead and make our way all the way to the TIE Fighter in the back. And this is where it gets real fun. And if you guys have seen the movie, hopefully you've seen the movie. Otherwise, there's a lot of spoiler alerts going on. But we hop in, and away we go. It's not quite a cutscene here. I know you're probably like, wait a minute. It's a cutscene, Brian. You're talking over a cutscene. But nope, it's just a quick little cinematic moment where we actually hop in and they all point at us. And the goal here is to simply destroy as much stuff in the hangar as possible. And as you can see, my aim is so bad. And eventually I get to 100%. And basically, we have to take out all of these TIE fighters on the right. The camera then swoops us around and takes us to the left-hand side. And again, you got to repeat the process by taking out the TIEs, coming down on the hangar walls there. And again, aim not so good. Okay, 75%. Now we're going to swing around for one last funny angle here. And we've got some turrets popping up out of the middle, each worth a couple of points. Come on, blast them, blast them. All right, and I wasn't sure. It almost seemed like I had to shoot them in the weak spots. Did you notice that? 100%, and we are off and out of here. Ain't nothing faster than Pune. You see him push him? What a punk. All right, now after a quick little cinematic craziness of us being shot at and us trying to dodge it. Look at those dice in the back. Those golden dice are awesome. All right, so here we are flying a TIE, and you're about to see the world's worst TIE fighter pilot. I know Poe's supposed to be really good, but I am his complete opposite. Like, on the color spectrum, you know, whatever. He's nice and bright, and I am dark and terrible. Anyhow, you'll see a little bit of crashing and a little bit of banging and a booming. We actually, speaking of which, there's one right there, and we're going to try to target some of these other guys down low, and wait for it, wait for it. It's coming. You know it is. You've seen my skills. Now, so there is, as you can see, it says 6 of 30. Really what we need to do is get 10 going here. Once we knock out 10, it kind of opens up the next portion of what's going on here, and then we have options. Whoa! Hopefully your options are not crashing into the sidewall. Wait. Oh, which way is it go? Oh no! I thought I survived. I bounced off. I'm like a pinball bouncing around out there. Bling, 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 bling. All right, one more to go, and then we'll advance to the next portion where we can actually take on the larger turrets. Now, this actually requires us to use the old proton torpedoes, which we can pick up in any of these pink little stations here. Now, there are some floating around up in the sky, and there are also some right around the base, and I think even some TIE fighters flying around that actually have some that they are pulling behind them. So anyhow, this is another example of how terrible of a pilot I am. Oh, however, that was actually not a bad shot. I have to find 2 more torpedoes and get the right angle or approach, if you will. And yeah, it doesn't go so well here. And it turns out you can actually hold more than 1 torpedo at a time. I don't know if you can hold more than 2, but you can see I tried to get the right angle there, and I think you just have to be close enough to it to actually target it. Because the TIEs, I don't think the TIEs are used to having torpedoes. That's as far as I know, that was a X-Wing thing. But anyhow, that goes to show you I'm not as big of a nerd as I thought I was. I thought I knew everything about that, but no. All right, so we've got 2 more. We need to hit. You'd think that I was close enough right there, but I didn't even get the icon to press square for us. I guess it could be X in your case, depending on your platform. But right there, it was there, and I was pushing. Trust me, I was spamming that button all the way in, and for whatever reason, it was not happening for me. So I actually used the old turbo boost and try to fly up, and away, and then get a nice little approach at it, and I come at it, and I use the boost again, get up close, and fail again. So, you know, to be honest with you, I thought about editing this out and just kind of giving like a weird, you know, cut point where like, okay, here we go. I finally got my act together, and I'm actually going to get them. But at the same time, I wanted you guys to see that, like, there's endless time here. If you want to go around and get the other 30 cannons around the ship to get a mini kit, you're welcome to. And we will be doing that in free play. But meanwhile, we're just going to keep on trying to get an approach here. And as you can see, I did actually successfully get 1 more torpedo blasted at the big turret. Only 1 left to go. And I think this is the one right here. So cross your fingies. Hopefully we can get our... Oh, no, I took 1 right in the chops. It threw off my aim. But, oh, pow, right in the kissa. What you think about that, big ship? Little ship to big ship. Owned. That's right. Uh-oh. Wait. There's another one? Oh, you got another? You got to be kidding me. There's another cannon? Ah, here we go. So, all right, we got to repeat this process yet again. So, oh, but wait, we don't. We don't. Wipe the sweat off your forehead. I was just kidding. We actually are on a, we're trying to escape, but that rocket is catching us. As you can see, it is right. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't the rocket we're trying to escape, but there is one following us, I promise you. Now, try to take out as many of these enemies as possible, as they are simply just awarding you with studs, and they really don't cause you any harm or do anything other than that. But, hey, stack them up, stack them up, stack them up. Oh, no!
The fighter's projected a crash in the Goazon Badlands.
They were going back for the droid. Send a squad to the wreckage.
Meanwhile, down on Jakku, we actually find ourselves controlling Rey sandboarding down this giant hill. So try to take advantage of as many of these blue studs as you can. As you can see, pretty much every jump had one. So try to target the path with the jumps as opposed to the little stud soikles. But all right, whoa, look at that rubber ducky. What are they doing with a giant rubber ducky down here? We find ourselves with a bunch of bad guys. These are Tito's, I believe they're called. And we have to take out a handful of them, and once we do, we can actually smash their rubber ducky and reveal some bricks to build. Actually, we have to do some scanning over on the right-hand side. Oh, no, that's right. We have to butt slam right here, and this completes the multi-build pile. That's right. That's right. So we're going to go ahead and build this up, and look at that. We've got a carrot that actually, it looks like it scares the old big guy there. What's that guy called again? He's called a Lugabeast. So, yeah, we need to scan actually behind where that Lugabeast was. But we actually get kind of sidetracked over here as the camera pans all the way over here and shows us this doorway. We thought for sure that's where we needed to be. But as it turns out, it's actually taken us away from where we need to be. So, yeah, you can see those scanny bits over there. So we'll get behind. It kind of looks like the Lugabeast had some chili for lunch or something. But moving along. Hopefully not moving too much along, if you know what I'm saying. But we'll scan the back door or back wall here, which reveals a crack in it. Now we can go ahead and mount the Lugabeast now and walk over to this crack. And watch out, BB-8. Get out of the way. Get out of here, kid. You bother me. Now we'll go ahead and do a big old slam into the wall, revealing an electric shock panel there. And luckily for us, the AI of the Lugabeast is smart enough to walk away from the charge panel, so that was nice of him. And we'll go ahead and use BB-8 to pump it up. And look at that. It charges up this panel, and oh my goodness. That's shockingly awesome. It's blown off. Look at that. All sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff is coming, piling off. Oh, look at that. It's got a little handheld for us to jump up on. Now, not with you, BB-8, with Rey. So switch to Rey and climb up inside, and it actually gives us access to a whole new ledge and some new stuff to grab on and make our way all the way across on the right-hand side. But take out all the Tito's first. And check this out. This is the first time we've seen it in this game. But look at that. We had one of those runny things. I think it's the first time we've seen it in this game. Maybe not. It's kind of all a blur. I've been playing all these levels and then coming back and editing them and doing one at a time here and there. But anyways, we make our way all the way across the handhelds and drop down onto the final switch, which actually pulls down and reveals another electric shock panel. So we'll go ahead and switch to BB-8 and pump it up too, which opens the door and reveals, an RC car? Oh, nope. It's actually a whole new area. And there's a handful of new puzzles that we have to complete. And essentially, that's where we need to get, all the way at the very top where those shiny, glowy boxes were. But first, we have to, We have to make our way out onto these little jumping posts. I remember these from Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, I think was the first time I saw those. They were probably in Indy too, but I gotta be honest, I haven't played Indy. Someday we hope to get back and play some of those old classics like Indiana Jones, as well as Lego Harry Potter 5 through 7. But with all the new content, Lego Dimensions and Lego Star, all the new stuff, it's hard to go back and play those games, especially since the controls and everything are so different and primitive compared to this new stuff. But we hope to get back and experience that at some point and create some series for you guys. But anyhow, we are smashing and building anything in sight here. And as you can see, we've actually recovered a barrel there that we could hide in. I'm not sure what that's good for, but I'm sure we'll find out later. Now, if you're really adventurous, you can get out on these handhelds and make your way all the way out and grab this mini kit that I almost grabbed. Look at that. I got so shook up I jumped off. Death before mini kit in the story. We'll come back and get those in the free play, I promise. Oh, and there's a bluesy out on the front there that it was right in my face and I didn't even see. I was so attached to that grapple hook in the back, which isn't even a grapple hook. I actually had to use my staff. Is that what that is? Some sort of a, yeah, I guess that's a staff. I feel weird calling it a staff. It shouldn't be. It's not a staff, is it? What would you call that? I guess I just feel like staff is like a wizard term or something. I don't know, I guess she kind of is a wizard, I guess, as we'll find out as the story goes on. Anyhow, we have used the staff. We have twirly-poled up and over and pushed a box full of blocks down that have built up into what appears to be a BB-8 launch pad. So we've got our boing on and bounced BB-8 up top. We can see there's an agility wall in the back there. We'll probably be back for that in a minute or two. And we've also got a couple of bad guys, some more Tito's. So we can take them out with our shockingly awesome fighting skills. Zzz, zzz, take that, buddy. Oh, look at that. We got a ×3 going. And, ooh, some Luke stuff. So hopefully, looks like we'll get our hands on Luke Skywalker's minifig characterine soon. Characterine, what is that? I don't even know what that is. Character token. How about that? We'll call it that. We'll call it what it is. But, all right, so there's a hatch at the towards the top of that area, and we're going to use BB-8 to drop down inside, and we find ourselves another one of these shape puzzles that we're going to hack. Once we get it all completed by pressing either left or right to match the shapes, it actually pumps up the power in here, and it actually gives Ray some handhelds to climb up so she can get up there as well. So now we can actually make our way over to that agility wall that I was referring to a minute ago. And now we can, let's see here, yep, look at that. We can bounce our way up, and now we can slide on under. Boy, I love that. There's all sorts of action going on. I gotta say, a lot of times games will evolve, and they will add things to kind of make them new and fun and exciting. And sometimes it doesn't go the way you want. I won't name any franchises to put them, in the spotlight. But this game has evolved greatly. I can't say enough great things about everything. Even Dimensions. I know a lot of people are not happy about the price point on it, but it's a great game. And bringing all of those different genres and IPs and themes together, it's amazing. So, all right, we are all the way up top. We've found ourselves with a multi-build, and this one actually has 3 different possibilities. So looks like the first 2 that we tried both require BB-8, who's down below, but we need to get him up here. So the back build, I think we had to press up to get this back build, allows us to insert Ray's staff and spin to win, people, spin to win, which actually lifts up this TIE fighter and gives access, well, let's see here, is it some bricks? I think it's bricks is what we get. Let's wait and see what happens. Oh, psych! It's actually a pathway for BB-8 to get his roll on. That's right, follow the golden stud trail all the way up to the top. And now, of course, we have choices to make. Which one do we do? Do we do the left one or the right one? Let's go ahead and build up the right one and see if BB-8 can go ahead and power open the door and take us into the final cutscene. And look at that, by pressing circles. You got to do circles. I thought you had to press right. But, oh no, maybe you did. You did have to press right. So press right, open the door, and take us away.
Where do you come from? Classified, really? Me too. Big secret.
Nima Outpost is that way. Stay off Kelvin Ridge. Keep away from the sinking fields in the north, you'll drown in the sand.
Don't follow me. Town is that way. In the morning you go. You're welcome.
Show! Classified, Me Too, trophy achievement earned, level completed, free play is also unlocked, and we did get a gold brick for completing the level, so that'll help us with our Star Wars, what is it, the new Star Wars Adventures. I'll get it right one of these days. But no red brick and no mini kits in this level, but we did get a handful of studs and a couple of character and vehicle tokens too, so it's not a loss. We actually have unlocked free play as well, so I think it's worth a pat on the back if you're asking this guy. And of course, all of these unlocked characters are purchasable characters. They do require money, but we got plenty of studs, or we will soon as we get that 2x red brick. All right, so continue story. That means that's it. So that's going to wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens Level 2 Escape from the Finalizer story. And yes, as we already mentioned, we got a handful of things. Totally worthwhile. We had a blast while doing it. We're loving this game more and more. Hey, if you guys have any questions or requests, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. HappyThumbsGaming.com is also available for your viewing pleasure. We do have a trophy achievement guide that is currently a work in progress. Now, that is if you are watching this game as it has just released today. Our work in progress guide will be work in progress for a few days. Dougie's usually pretty efficient about that. I would say by the weekend, we should have a handful of the collectibles up, if not all of them. No pressure, Dougie, no pressure. But anyhow, speaking of which, we'll go ahead and cut it there. We got lots to do, so as always, until next time. So